bitch with a couple killers, man.
Billy Adams is known in the rap world as Ace NH. But in the real world, he is a double murder defendant. In November of 2020, Adams is accused of gunning down two men in a converted recording studio in Lutz. Investigators say Adams is a gang member, and they believe the shooting was connected to a gang feud involving weapons and money.
I was facing my computer, and I heard two gunshots.
Joseph Meeks owns a studio and witnessed all of it. He testified during Adams' bond hearing.
What did you see?
Basically, all I seen was the people not moving and Adam standing there with a gun.
Aside from being a rap artist, Adams graduated from USF with a bachelor's degree in science in management. The judge agreed to release him on bond with conditions that include house arrest and an ankle monitor. But now Adams tells the court he and his family are sitting ducks after receiving several threatening text messages. Your whole family's gonna die. We want you first, then we want your brothers, then your parents. I want the whole clip dumped into your head. The threats go on and on. Adams' attorney now wants the bond restrictions modified to protect him and his family from any harm. The judge agrees to tweak some of his bail conditions that will hopefully avoid more bloodshed. Gloria Gomez, Fox 13 News.
And listen to this. The judge is also going to allow Adams to record in a music studio for a limited time in an undisclosed location while he awaits trial.
Imagine this. You're a juror, but you have to believe beyond reasonable doubt that the suspect standing in front of you did not commit murder. Even though in your heart, in your mind, in all that you have, points you toward he is guilty. But because the prosecution doesn't present their case to show that beyond reasonable doubt he is guilty, you have to say he is not guilty. Then he gets out of jail after being acquitted of double murder, and within 2-3 days later, he kills his pregnant girlfriend because he did not want to be a father. That is what this story is about. Billy Burnett Adams III, a 25-year-old Florida rapper. He was arrested on January 30th of 2023 for allegedly shooting and killing his pregnant girlfriend. Adams had been acquitted of murdering two men in a recording studio only 3 days prior. Police believe that Adams may have killed Alana Sims, which was his pregnant girlfriend, because he did not want to be in her life, nor was he ready for a child. It is alleged that Billy Adams III lured and waited for Alana Sims, who was 22 years old, on January 30th, having told her that they were going to be going to a party to celebrate his acquittal. Alana Sims was 5 months pregnant when she was shot dead by her baby daddy. She was shot by her car. He shot her right by the car. Her 18-month-old son was found sleeping in the vehicle as his mother lay on the ground dead. See, some people don't know when to stop. Your ass got out after killing two people, and within 3 days later, your ass back in jail and you won't get out again. They probably will eventually sentence you to life in prison or death, as it should have probably been in the first case. You just don't know what's going through a person's mind these days and how criminal a criminal can be. To what extent a criminal will go to get what they want or to have it their way. So your ass is right back in that big penthouse I hope you don't get out again, because you don't deserve freedom, obviously, because you don't know how to control yourself. You don't know when to stop. You don't even realize that you had a lucky break. And what did you do with your lucky break? Nothing except for get yourself right back in trouble. Here goes the rest of the story. Y'all young women, quit having babies with men that are not your husband. Quit it. Go find you a husband first. This is not what I'm telling you to do. This is what God says in His Word. Man, find a wife. It's the best thing you could ever find. Women, find a husband. Then have your children. She had an 18-month-old kid already. Now she's 5 months pregnant. I'm trying to understand how was she 5 months pregnant for him if he had just been out of jail for 3 days? That's a little confusing right there for me, but hey, I'm just doing the story. At any rate, y'all need to get y'all stuff together out here by being so damn loose. Quit being so free with your body. Think about a plan for your life. What do you want out of life? Do you want to be single the rest of your life? Do you want to be married? What is it that you want with your life? And you should go after whatever that is with intention. If you want to be married, don't mess around with dudes that don't want to be married. If you want to have children with your husband. And before he becomes your husband, you need to find out if he really wants children. Some men really don't want to have children. As the same as some women don't want to be mothers. You should live your life intentionally. Quit wasting time with people. Rest in peace with this 22-year-old beautiful young lady. You didn't deserve this, but you chose the wrong damn man to even deal with, letting on be your baby's father. Aside from being a rap artist, Adams graduated from the University of South Florida with a bachelor's degree in science in management. So you threw away your whole damn career over some bullshit. That's what you done. So it wasn't like that you didn't have enough sense to do better. You just didn't want to do better. You chose the other life. And now that life has gotten you in jail for the rest of your life. Here goes the rest of the damn story. Shit, this is ridiculous, these stories. And people are just crazy as hell out here in this world today. Don't know what to do with their little sorry self. Selfish ass. Here goes the damn story. Welcome to Straddled Events. On this channel, we bring you the truth. Sometimes the truth is quite ugly, unbearable, and you just don't want to deal with it. But on this channel, you're gonna get it anyway. You are straddled the fence of good versus evil, right versus wrong. And on this channel, we're gonna tell you to do better. Please like, dislike, subscribe, and share the videos. Now let's go.
Up here at 10 o'clock, this pregnant mother had her entire life ahead of her with her kids. That's until her boyfriend, who's accused of killing her, snuffed out her future. Billy Adams lured Elena Sims with a promise of a party days after he was acquitted of double murder. And tonight, in a story you'll only see on Fox 13, one juror tells us they knew he would kill again. Fox 13's Janae Lewis joins us live in studio with this powerful story. Hi there, Janae. What exactly brought this juror to come forward?
Mark, the juror decided to speak with us given the publicity of the case because he wanted people to understand their role. He says it was a horrible feeling to see Sims' death happening just days after Adams' acquittal. January 27, 2023, more than 2 years after being charged with the murders of Trayvon Albury and Daniel Thompson.
State of Florida versus Billy Adams III.
Billy Adams would hear the jury's verdict on murder charges. On count 1,
the defendant is not guilty.
On count 2,
the defendant is not guilty.
Visible relief on Adams' face, but now we know the jury wasn't exactly comfortable with its decision.
I want to make clear that no one on the jury actually believed Billy Adams' testimony, but we didn't have to believe his testimony. What we needed to find was proof of guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And we could not find that.
Asking us to conceal his identity for safety, this juror spoke exclusively to Fox 13, calling the deliberations intense and initially divided.
I feel strongly because the prosecution left gaping holes in their case, and they did not equip us with what we needed to reach a verdict of premeditated first-degree murder.
Adams claimed he was in fear for his life when he fired the fatal shots in a home recording studio. He even took the stand and testified in his own defense. Criminal defense attorneys not involved with this case say these kinds of cases are always tough for prosecutors.
Especially in a case like this, where you have a defendant who takes the stand and he tells the story and he looks the jurors in the eyes in a convincing manner, explaining why he felt that it was necessary for him to act in self-defense and kill them before he could be killed.
He was not justified in his actions when he shot and killed Trayvon Albury and Daniel Thompson.
The juror we spoke with says the state didn't present sufficient evidence to prove otherwise.
The prosecution, while it's not required to provide a motive, didn't provide a motive. So we had to say either this young man, for no apparent reason, got up and executed in cold blood these two men, who he may have come there with or may not have come there with, or his story.
He says instructions were clear. The state must prove premeditated murder beyond a reasonable doubt. So the jury voted to acquit Adams, even though it left at least some of them with an uneasy feeling.
To have to free someone when you thoroughly believe he probably was guilty, it's a terrible thing to do. I even said to one of the other jurors, the other jurors stated that he'll be back here. And I said, yes, but then there'll be another body.
And less than 3 days after his acquittal, Tampa police would find the body of 22-year-old Elena Sims feet away from her young son sleeping. Police would quickly link Adams to her death, alleging he lured her there, then shot and killed the pregnant woman because he didn't want to be a father. When this juror heard that news,
it came as quite a shock. Even though I expected at some point he might reoffend, I didn't think it would be just a few days after we acquitted him.
He believes the next jury Billy Adams faces will be in a better position.
We had to follow the law, and I'm glad that in this second case, this second trial, there will be apparently overwhelming evidence of his guilt. The next jury will be able to take this person off the streets for good.
We received a statement from the state attorney's office that reads in part, while we respect the verdict of the jury in the prior case, we disagreed with it, and that is why we prosecuted him. We will continue to work with TPD to prosecute him for these latest crimes. Adams was denied bond in the most recent case, where he's also claiming self-defense. Police say Adams admitted to the latest killing after the stories he gave him didn't add up.
Jenny Lewis with us live in our studio. Jenny, thanks very much.